Hey guys, I had a really good question about applying triads. I'm going to make up a little chord progression. I'm going to try like A, F sharp minor, C sharp minor, I think B, E7. Yeah, let's try it again. A, F sharp minor, C sharp minor, E7. So these are notes that you could pick individually, maybe just one note of each shape. We'll just play around with it. So A, I'm going to play it like a D shape here at the 9th fret, 9 and 10. That's going to have notes in common with the F sharp minor, which is like a 11, 10, 9. So let's do that again. A, F sharp minor, which has some notes in common with the next chord, C sharp minor, which I'll just lay my index flat at the 9th fret. And the E7, this has one note in common with the E7, at least one. That's like a 7, 9, 7. Let's check those shapes again. I always like to make sure everybody's got the shapes. So there's A, 9, 10, 9, F sharp minor, 11, 10, 9, C sharp minor, 9, 9, 9, and E7, 7, 9, 7. Let's say we just did the first string to express that chord progression. That would get us so that's just that C sharp, B, B. So I'm still thinking of the triad, but just using one string. And that's a way to maybe generate a melody or harmony from the triad. Really, really simple and effective. Every note sounds perfect, no extra searching, stumbling notes, nice and clean and clear. Let's try it on the second string. So we got our A, G sharp, G sharp. Would get so that it's kind of, if you're a minimalist, this might really appeal to you. Okay, let's do the third string, which will be thinking E, F sharp, E, D. Sounds kind of weird, doesn't it? But that should really fit. And you can find those different inversions of those triads all over the neck. That's just a handy place. And one reason I picked that, let's say the rhythm guitar players down here, those are kind of like mid-range or lower notes. So I don't want to be down in those notes and doubling up. I want mine to be above it. So that's the rhythm player's neighborhood, and my neighborhood's up here. And maybe if you had a keyboard player, it's way up here, and the bass is down an octave. So everybody's got their own sonic neighborhood instead of clashing or doubling up and make it too congested sounding. My notes will just kind of float on top of these lower notes and hopefully not collide with the higher notes, unless you need to double something. Maybe it's, like, that's the thing I like to say is with art and music, there's more than one correct answer, and you can pick anything you want. But so that's kind of a favorite zone for me, around the 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. finding the triads through here. So just remember, triad means a 3-note chord. The E7, we're leaving out the root, so that gives us a 3-note, kind of a shell chord. Because the bass player is probably hitting an E note, or the rhythm player is hitting an E note, or the keyboard or vocals or somebody's hitting an E. So we don't have to spell out every note of every chord. They're implied and are, you don't have to overdo it with spelling out everything. So that's why you could just play one note of the triad, or you could do a 2-note figure, maybe like a, oops, that was just using the first 2 strings to get more of a, 8th note feel. Let me do that one more time just for fun. Let's say we did 2nd and 3rd string. It would be like, and you can move those up and down the neck. Let's say, I'll just go up high for a second, maybe. Let's see. I'm thinking. That's just off the top of my head. I'm still getting the chord tones. Oh, how about... Wow, that's kind of cool. So within this simple chord progression, using these little triads and being flexible with them, you don't have to work so hard. You don't have to come up with some, gargantuan, overly clever melody, which we could, but a lot of times I think I overwork things. I make it too difficult, too complicated, trying to be too clever, when simple is really plenty good. So again, the chord progression I just came up with when I started rolling the camera. I didn't really plan out the video. I'm improvising because that's what I like to do. It was A, F sharp minor, C sharp minor, E7. Let's just call out what those chords are as far as Roman numerals or whatever you call them. It's the 1 chord. This is our minor 6th. This is our minor 3rd, and then our 5 chord, which is a 7 chord. So this is major, minor, minor, dominant 7, which kind of just conforms with normal chord progressions and songs. Well, our Christmas season is upon us. We've been having an orgy of gluttony around here, and me, for Christmas, I'd like to just listen to like Christmas songs, play a few Christmas melodies, maybe have a glass of wine, and have a pizza, and just go to sleep and hide in the bed and not, that'd be plenty good for me. But I get kind of wrapped up with following along with my wife's orders, which means go to the store 5 times a day for like a month, getting ready for Christmas, and it's just a little more than I can handle. Like, we're in like a horrible cold snap, brutally dangerous, deadly weather, and yet we have to go out and run errands. I'm like, why? Why do we have to do this? But that is an unacceptable question at my house, and so my only option is obey. So hopefully this will wind down sometime, somehow. Hopefully we'll survive. But thank you so much for your nice comments and messages. I love hearing from you guys. So Merry Christmas from your old buddy Brook. And keep practicing and just have fun with your guitars. Thank you again. See ya.